Greetings, MNPS families. My name is Tramita Norman, and I am so glad to welcome you here to the Promising Scholars Summer Program. Here are some important information to help ensure that you have a successful start for your families. Students can also register to do credit recovery, and I also want you to know that after this presentation, there will be a Q&A section, so you will have an opportunity to ask your questions and get some of them answered today. You can also write your questions inside of the Q&A chat, and someone will be there to either answer your questions now or get back to you later. So you're wondering what are the program dates and times? So each of you know that the program runs Monday through Friday, June 2nd to June 30th. It's a 1-month program, and the hours for rising K through 5 is 8 to 3 p.m. For middle, it's 9 to 4, and for high school, it is 7 to 11 a.m. So what time do you drop off and pick up your students, you ask? Well, let me answer that for you. Students can enter the building at 7:45 for elementary and be picked up at 3 p.m. Middle schoolers at 8:45 a.m. and be picked up at 4, and high schoolers can enter the building at 6:45 a.m. and be picked up at 11 a.m. They must be picked up at dismissal times. But we also have some sites that will be provided that we'll let you know about that do serve as an aftercare facility. So here's those extended care sites. For the YMCA Fund Company, they have several sites. They'll be open from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. We'll have Cambridge Elementary, Cumberland Elementary, Glencliff Elementary, Gower Elementary, and Hattie Cotton, and Hermitage Elementary. Then we'll also have at Cole Elementary, the Urban Promise Nashville. At Eagleview Elementary, we'll have the Boys and Girls Club of Tennessee, and at Englewood Elementary, we'll have Turnip Green Creative Reuse, and they will be from 3 to 6 p.m. So if you look at the times may vary, so check with your schools when you are signing up for these programs. Now we're going to talk a little bit about transportation. So bus transportation will be offered for all students who attend this school that is assigned by the district. You can find your information and your bus stop at findmybusstop.mnps.org. You can also contact the MNPS Family Information Center. Their number is 615-259-4636. And you can find your bus stops, but also remember that your student must be at the bus stop at least 10 minutes before pickup time so they don't miss their bus, because we want them there. If your child receives any kind of special education transportation as outlined in their individualized education plan, then you will be contacted by your special education bus driver. So what types of activities will your child be participating? What are they going to do at Promising Scholars this summer? Well, they are going to offer fun, free, academically enriching experiences. They'll also be able to learn a variety of learnings in the classroom, like literacy. They'll do STREAM, which is science, technology, reading, engineering, art, and math. They'll get some physical activity. They'll have some time outside, play games, and do other enriching activities. So now we're going to talk a little bit about attendance, and I will turn this over to Ms. Catherine.
Attendance is not mandatory, but it is vital. We want students to take full advantage of this learning and enrichment opportunity by attending each and every day. Please notify your student's teacher if your child will be absent. Students who miss 5 days or more without family notification may be unenrolled from the program. Missing days leads to feeling less connected to the content and to peers. English learners and exceptional education. General education and specialized teachers will collaborate to ensure each child can accommodate. Hang on, Tramita, can you forward the slide for me, please? Thank you. General education and specialized teachers will collaborate to ensure each child can access learning and that accommodations and modifications are provided for success. Teachers supporting English learners will provide supplemental language instruction throughout the Promising Scholars Day. Ongoing communication will be maintained with families. Make sure to reach out if you have questions or need additional support. Expectations for Promising Scholars. Students are not required to wear standard school attire. However, the district clothing policy will still apply. The 2021-22 MNPS Student Handbook, along with the discipline codes and procedures, will be implemented during the summer learning program. Students may not use personal technology during instructional periods. No searches or investigations will be conducted for lost or stolen devices. COVID protocols. The same COVID protocols are in place that began after spring break during the regular school year. Masks are encouraged but are not required. Please report all positive COVID cases to your school nurse or assigned staff. Your school nurse will provide COVID guidance for all positive cases. Students should not attend school if they feel unwell. If you have been exposed to COVID or are experiencing COVID-like symptoms, please contact your school nurse and request a COVID test. For additional information and/or questions, please visit mmps.org/summer, or you may call the Family Information Center at 615-259-4636. Each Promising Scholars site will have a lead teacher and counselor. The welcome letter provided by your assigned site will have the lead administrator's contact information. We are so excited to have each and every one of our Promising Scholars join us, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. This concludes the family orientation portion, and we will now shift to answering some of the questions that you have been asking during the session. Thanks.
Thank you guys so much for putting so many great questions in the Q&A. I see lots coming through. We love that you guys have questions, and we want to answer them to the best of our ability today. The first one I saw coming through is about, let's see, credit recovery versus Promising Scholars. This is for our high school students. For credit recovery, if your student is a candidate for that, your counselor at the school should have already reached out to your family or that student as they were identified to make up some credits for the year. If they have not reached out, but you feel like your student may be behind and need a chance to recover some of the credits that they may have classes that they failed or were absent for a lot and just have some to make up, please reach out to your high school counselor and they will let you know if they are a good candidate for credit recovery. Otherwise, Promising Scholars is a great option for all students. In high school specifically, they'll be working on college and career readiness and also getting ready for high school. So depending on the grade, if they are a rising ninth grader, they'll be working on getting ready for high school and that transition and what that's going to look like coming from middle to high school. Your 10th through 12th graders will work on more of that college and career readiness, what it looks like to go out into the work field, preparing them to take more challenging courses, to prepare them for, life in the real world or going to college, preparing them for college courses, that sort of thing. So I think it's a great thing to sign up for, especially if they don't qualify for credit recovery. Next question I saw was, are we closed for Juneteenth? That is correct. We will be closing for Promising Scholars for that one day. I think it is June 20th we'll close. That will be announced, I think officially by your lead admin, so they'll let you know the schedule, what to expect as far as dates. You'll get your class schedule, which teachers your students will see throughout the day and everything once we get rolling this summer. For, let me see this here. Extended learning opportunities. So some of our sites do offer extended learning opportunities. Those sites, as well as contact information for each of those sites and those programs, is listed on the MNPS website. You go to mmps.org/summer. You can see that here on the screen. Please visit that site. Has lots of useful information, but includes those extended learning sites and contacts for each of those. I had someone ask about Rising K. If you have a rising kindergarten who has never visited the school, but you want to get them kind of familiar with where the location is, how to get into the front door, and maybe where to find their classes. Of course, the normal school day operates different than Promising Scholars will. But if you'd like to go in and just see what the school looks like, that's something you can probably set up through the lead administrator. You can find a list of the lead administrators by site on that same site that I mentioned just a while ago, mmps.org/summer. Please go there to find the list of the lead admin, including the one at your site. Let me read through a couple more of these questions here. Let's see. How can I confirm if my student is enrolled? You should have received a confirmation email from your lead administrator. Again, just reach out to that lead admin at your school. You can find that list again at mmps.org/summer, and they can let you know whether or not that student is confirmed for your site. When should we expect to receive the welcome letter? Those should go out this week or next. So the last day of school is coming really fast. It's next week. So you will get that this week or next week. All of the information received in that you can find at the mmps.org/summer. So a lot of the information is already available. I think the letter just wraps it up into a one-page document. Any specific questions about the program, please reach out to your lead administrator. They will serve as the admin for your site this summer and should be able to answer most of the questions you have. If you still have other questions that are unanswered, please reach out to Promising Scholars at mmps.org. All right, let's see. I have 2 kids going to the same school, but at different times. One is a 5th and 7th grader. Will there be 2 buses or will they ride the same bus? They should ride the same bus, but I'm going to, in a second, turn it over to our transportation contact, and he will be able to answer transportation-specific questions. Laptops will be turned in next week. Does this mean no laptops will be used for Promising Scholars? No, students will use laptops this summer. They will be issued from the school. So please expect to receive those when we start Promising Scholars from your school specifically. Are meals provided? Yes. Students will receive a lunch and a snack, I believe, throughout the day. Sorry, breakfast and lunch. I know it's 2 meals, breakfast and lunch. They receive both of those things during this day. If they're in aftercare, they will receive a snack in the extended care program. Can students still sign up for summer program? No, they cannot. The registration has ended. That allows our transportation team to get all routes figured out for buses this summer. There is not a max number of days that students can miss. We are saying that if they miss more than 5 days without a note from the parent, they may be withdrawn. Just keep in close communication with your lead administrator, and they will make sure to keep you updated with what's going on there. I am going to turn it over to our transportation contact here, and he will answer all of our transportation specific questions. Thank you.
The one about is the sibling ride the same bus. They're going in at 2 different times. Is that correct? Is that how I read it? If they're going in at 2 different times, they will not be on the same bus. They'll have a bus for the 5th grade time and a bus for the 7th grade time.
I see a few other questions that I'll pass to you. I see, does transportation still follow regular school term criteria? Must you live more than a mile or more to be eligible?
Yes, if the school that you're going to be assigned to is within that parameter, yes, we're still going to follow the same criteria.
Another question, is the bus information currently on the website for this current school year? And if so, when will it be updated for Promising Scholars?
By the end of this week, we'll have it up on Find My Stop.
Another question, how do we let MMPS know to expect our child at the bus stop? He does not usually ride the bus.
If you'll have your child on the stop 10 minutes prior to time, a bus will be by to pick them up. You don't have to let us know. We'll just make that stop.
Okay, another question. Do the buses drop the kids off at the end of the day? How do we know what time to pick them up?
You can find that on the Find My Stop. Once you look it up, it will tell the pickup time and the drop-off time.
Thank you so much for answering those transportation questions. Please reach out to Promising Scholars at mmps.org with any other questions. We will forward that to the transportation department to get answered. I do see one other question that came through that I did not get a chance to answer. Will there be before and after care options for students in middle school? There will not for this summer. We tried to get as many partners to offer before and after school as we possibly could, and the sites that were chosen are on that mmps.org/summer website. So please look there for our elementary sites, but we do not have middle school sites offering extended care this summer. One last thing I wanted to address before we wrap up this call is attire for this summer. So although schools will not require SSA, so our standard school attire this summer, we do want students to still have appropriate attire on to attend the school day. And all that means is no see-through shirts, appropriately sized pants and shirts or skirts and dresses. Pants, shorts, and skirts should be worn at the waist. If a belt is needed, please make sure that your students have a belt on when they arrive at school. Skirts, shorts, and dresses must reach past your fingertips when the arms are fully extended. And then please make sure that there are appropriate images and words on the shirts if they are graphic tees. We just want to make sure that we're appropriate and ready to learn, and we are not a distraction, I think, to other students. So recordings of this will be available on the Promising Scholars website soon. Translations will also be available there as well. We're hoping to get those posted Tuesday, but once those are available, you'll see them pop up there. So remember to check into mmps.org/summer. And we'll have another call tonight at 5:30 p.m. So if any of your friends or family have missed this call and want to join us live again this afternoon, we will be live again with the same orientation at 5:30 p.m. Thank you so much and have a great day.